Welcome to our YouTube channel. This is Touch Gloves Boxing. I go by the name of Biyenge, featuring yours truly, Tre. Remember to like, share, and subscribe when you're ready. Good evening, Tre. What's good?
Yo, what's going on, cuz, man? What you saying? I see you got the glasses out, energy, sun's out. Come on.
The sun's out. It's been a lovely weekend. It's been a lovely Easter slash bank holiday. I'm just tired.
I know you could tired, innit, man? I know. I could imagine, man. But obviously, look, good Sunday to you as well, man. Happy Easter, formally. Yeah, cuz, man, look, like, you know how we do it. Obviously, enough of the chit chat. Let's get straight down to business.
Let's go.
Like, obviously, Conor Benn, the destroyer. I want to just get straight into that briefly before we get into the main event, of course. Cuz, what's your reviews? What do you think?
Listen, I've said this time and time. I think he's ready. He's ready. I mean, is he ready for a title shot? Maybe not just yet, but I think he's ready to compete, at that level. He's gone past domestic. Every time he's proven people, all the time, every time. He's knocked all of these people out. I mean, look at yesterday, round two. Round two. He was just getting started. He was just warming up.
Yeah. It was like work. It was like work for him, man. And you know what? On paper, it was supposed to be a harder fight than it is because that's his second southpaw that he's fought in his career. You know how tricky southpaws are as well. Like Chris Van Heerden, from what I hear and from sort of the clips that I saw, he's a pretty tricky South African southpaw, man. So he was obviously gonna go there with heat. Obviously, he lost his dad, so that sort of emotion, that energy, he wanted to just take it out on Benn, man. But unfortunately, the destroyer just does what he does, which is destroy. Cause let me just also put it out there as well, man. You have to big up fighters like the destroyer, like Conor Benn. Obviously, his dad, legend, of course, and for him to sort of carry that name and for him to create his own legacy in the way he's doing, cause I'm nothing but what's the word? I appreciate what he's doing and I respect it massively. Like he's a warrior. For me, he's a warrior.
I must say I was a bit confused because when Amir Khan appeared, I literally thought, that was his next opponent. I thought they was going to announce it there. Him and Amir Khan will be fighting, I don't know, later on down the line. But I am a bit confused on what's going on. I mean, it will make sense. It will make sense if he fights Kell Brook next. But it's like, I don't know, Kell Brook wants to fight Eubank. But then wouldn't it make sense if Kell fights Conor Benn,
Benn.
Because think about it, they're both in the same weight class.
You know what? For me personally, look, you're 100% right, cuz in terms of the UK, Kell Brook is the number one welterweight in the UK. So it's only right for a Conor Benn, the destroyer, to fight Kell Brook, and whoever wins that gets that title of the best welterweight in the UK. But the thing is, Kell Brook and Amir Khan, honestly speaking, and it's no sort of disrespect to any of them, I just feel that they're not gonna want to fight a young, hungry lion like Conor Benn, man. He's looking like someone who's gonna do some proper damage, man. And I just feel that Bellew and Carl Froch said it best, man. Obviously, big up the zone, big up obviously the coverage that they've obviously provided us yesterday, and just to see their reviews as well. Also, big up Ade as well, man. He's doing a tremendous job on his end as well. They both said, and I agree with them, the traditional route would be for him to fight David Avanesian, man. And then after that, next. Do you get what I mean? I don't know what you think about that, cuz like David Avanesian, European champion.
I do agree. Yes. I agree. Yeah, because before, it didn't make financially, it doesn't make any sense for Benn because his stock is up.
Yeah.
And fighting David Avanes could potentially be a risk. Potentially, I'm not saying it is. It could potentially be a risk. Whereas if he's fighting the likes of, I don't know, Adrian Broner or Danny Garcia or whatnot, or Keith Thurman, it could get him closer to a world title shot.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So, and eventually, maybe later on, if he becomes a world champion, he can potentially fight David Avanesyan, you know, for more money. But again, it's a tricky one because Eddie said it. He said, look at Benn's resume and look at David's resume. Because initially it was supposed to be Benn fighting Josh Kelly. It could potentially happen later on down the line, but
Josh Kelly's sort of gone down the pecking order now since that loss to David Avanesyan, isn't it? He's sort of just gone down the pecking order, and I just feel that Benn right now, like you said, he's the man. He's the man right now, and it just cause I'm not gonna lie, you made a good point as well in terms of him, you know, fighting the Americans, Keith Thurman, Adrian Broner, and Danny Garcia. In terms of a lucrative sort of deal or package, it makes obviously better sense to fight those guys from a commercial and a money perspective, man. Exactly. But like traditionally, you know, the whole route of, you know, being a domestic champion, after you've obviously been a domestic champion, you obviously move on to European level, then after European level, world level, which is obviously the Danny Garcias, the Keith Thurman.
That is tradition, but let's be real, not many people do it. I mean, like I always use this example. AJ, he wasn't European. From British heavyweight, he jumped straight to world level. So he pretty much skipped, you know, European level. Not to say, you know, but what, you know, yeah. So end of the day, yes, it's about legacy, and at the same time, it's about money. Because look, the reason why Kell Brook won't fight, my understanding, the reason why he won't fight Conor, it's not that because he's scared. I think he's demanding for 10 mil, and I don't think Eddie is willing to give him 10 mil.
Yeah, I heard that as well.
So whereas him and Chris, they can potentially, they could potentially match. So I mean,
it's a crazy one.
It's a tricky one because the question is, right, who does Conor Benn want to fight? I think I know who he wants to fight, but who do you think he should fight? Because there's no point, because somebody mentioned that he should fight the likes of Chris Congo or I've forgotten his name, the guy from Portsmouth, the one who beat Chris Congo. Is it McIntosh or?
Yeah, I think it's something along those lines.
Again, it wouldn't make sense because again, when you look at the resume, and I think Conor's proven that, you know, he's gone past domestic level. He's there now.
He's at that level, definitely.
So he said it himself that he would like to challenge someone like Ugas. I ain't gonna lie, that will be a nice fight. That will be a nice fight.
That would be a good fight, man. That would be a good fight. Where would you have it? Where would you have it, cuz?
Maybe here.
Ooh, you guys come here.
Maybe here, O2 Arena, because Eddie was saying, like, look, Conor, he's at a stage now, yeah. I think he can do O2 Arena now. I think he can do O2 Arena. I truly believe he can do O2 Arena. Broner, I can't see Broner and Conor fighting. The only way I can see that happening is if the money's right, because AB is all about the Benjamins.
Yeah, you could tell, man. You could tell. It's all about the billions.
Yeah. So the likes of Danny Garcia, them not there. Don't know. My question is, like, look, no disrespect to none of them. The likes of Garcia, the Thurmans, and whoever, are they still in their prime? Are they still at home, or is it just a paycheck now?
It's a tough one. I'm not gonna lie. With someone like Keith Thurman, for example, he's obviously been off for a while. He obviously had that return fight against Mario Barrios, which was a war, and you got to big up Barrios as well for giving him that sort of heat, man. From my understanding, it looks like Keith is hungry to be champion again. I saw not a bit of it's not hate or envious or nothing like that, but I saw, you know, when he obviously posted that he was watching the Ugas and and Errol Spence fight yesterday, and he was just like, you could just see he was just excited. And for me, I got the impression that he wishes that it was him versus Spence for all those belts. Do you know what I mean? Because two out of three of those belts that Spence is obviously holding right now, we're obviously going to get to the main event soon. Furman had those titles. Can you imagine that? Those two titles, Furman had those, man. So I know in the back of his mind, he's thinking, yo, like, I've got to get my belts back, man. I need my belts back. And remember when I think Spence was calling out Furman for a minute when he was champion. Calling him out. Now it's funny how life
Tables changed.
now. Furman's now going to be calling out Spence, man, because he's the big fish. He's got 3 titles now.
I don't know. I can actually see Furman calling out the Destroyer.
Ooh, yo.
I can see
one time versus the Destroyer.
Yeah. In America.
Ooh, you know what? That would actually be a fight that I would love to see, man.
Because look,
we're
forgetting there's another opponent, welterweight division. I keep forgetting his name. I think it's Jenny something.
Oh, you talking about Ennis?
That's it.
Boots. Yeah. Yo.
I don't
level.
His name.
different level. You know what? For me personally, after Spence goes up, I promise you, cuz it's gonna be a battle between Boots and Benn. Honestly, man, because Boots right now, in terms of his IQ, in terms of his boxing ability, in terms of his power, the way he lands shots, very skillful in the ring. Cause he's the next up and coming for me, man. Him and Benn, they're gonna be problems in the welterweight division, man. And who knows? They could be fighters that are gonna be fighting each other for a title one day. Who knows? Possibly. Man.
Okay, so right. My question to you is, who's next, or who should he fight next?
You know what? It's hard. Yeah, because you obviously made a good point in terms of AJ having his career sort of fast tracked and him not going through the traditional route. Because I like fighters that go through the traditional route. I like it because it's a progress, and at the same time you're sort of stepping up in level, but in a very strategic way. Do you get what I mean? So you do it domestically. After domestically, you obviously go in European level, after European level, world level, and after you beat certain fighters at world level and you go up the rankings, then the world title shot. That's just me anyway, man. Obviously, I used to play Fight Night, and that's the procedure that you normally have to do. So I would rather him do it that way. But if we're talking about financial sort of gain and big money fight, introduction to the States, I would want to see him fight Keith Furman. One time. I want to see one time versus the Destroyer, man. I think that would be interesting in terms of, we don't know where one time's at in terms of where he is as a fighter. Obviously, we saw glimpses from the Barrios fight, but then at the same time, we're seeing a young, hungry, Destroyer who's ready to go in the ring and give it his all.
Funny you say that, because Eddie Hearn said Conor's Benn next opponent will be should hopefully be someone credible. It could potentially be Mario Barrios.
Ooh, yeah. No, I would like to see that, man, because I like El Azteca. I'm not gonna lie, I like El Azteca. He's gonna come through some heat. He's gonna fight, and I think that would be a good fight for him. But still, for me, it's still, in a sense, it's gonna be like a Formella. It's gonna be like a Vargas, that sort of level. Him fighting Barrios, whereas if he fights Danny Garcia, Keith Furman, these are the guys that are pushing for world title. And I think that Benn right now, in terms of his energy, what he brings to the welterweight, because we spoke about it in previous pods. Welterweight right now is a madness. It's a welterweight madness. There's too many fighters. It's packed.
How many more fights does Conor Benn need to have before, he knocks on the world title? Sorry, before he gets a world title shot.
I reckon it's 2 big fights, man. I think he
So,
yeah. I think
so,
2 big
so,
fights.
so we're right in saying 2023.
Yeah.
He deserves a world title shot.
Yeah, definitely,
Okay, cool.
definitely. Because during that time, obviously Spencer's gonna go up. Crawford potentially might go up to 154 as well. Them two might have a trilogy, a rematch. Who knows what's gonna happen? So the division, imagine the belts are gonna be vacated. It's gonna be scattered all around. So what's gonna happen? It's gonna be a free fall in that welterweight division, man. So that's why I'm saying it's gonna be exciting, because I see Boots Ennis winning a title, and then I could see maybe Benn going through his own route, potentially having a unification bout in the future. That would be massive, cuz.
Put it out there, man.
Yeah, man.
Boy,
Cuz
time.
we need to go to the main event. The main event's here, cuz. Big one. Cuz we have to do this, man. Obviously, Spence versus Ugas. It was the World Welterweight Unification bout, AT&T Stadium, Texas. Hometown hero was obviously Spence, the Truth. The Cuban Warrior was the WBA champion. Obviously, Spence held the WBC and the IBF title. And look, let me just put it out there as well. That IBF title that Spence has, remember, that's Kell Brook's belt, you know. He won that in 2016, and he's still carrying that belt till today. So that's why, or 17, 2016, round about that period, still has the belt. Cuz, you got to review this for me, man. Like, what's your thoughts, man? What is your thoughts, cuz?
I said it from the get-go, right? I said it's strap season. I was just reflecting on Ugas's performance and Pacquiao. I said, right, obviously the Pacquiao we fought again, he wasn't in his prime. Ugas, he had a lot of advantage on Pacquiao because he was a taller man, he had a longer reach, do you know what I mean? So he fought Pacquiao smart. Now, I've never seen Ugas's previous performance. My understanding, when he fought Sean Porter, he got robbed.
Yeah.
Apparently he was winning, he got robbed. I don't know, but yesterday, bro, what the Truth displayed, listen, he was breaking the body down every round, breaking the body. Now, there was at one stage, I'm not too sure, I think it was around 4, round 6. I thought I thought he literally knocked down Errol Spence. But what had happened was his gum shield fell out his mouth, and the ref said stop. Now, I don't know if you guys understood the ref. Well, he probably did. But, he thought, let me just take advantage, let me just finish him off now, innit? Do you know what I mean? But Spence said the mistake that he made was, remember, always be on guard. Protect yourself at all times. Remember when that happened remember when it was Floyd Mayweather and I've forgotten his name now.
Victor Ortiz, man. Vicious Ortiz. Yeah, man.
I feel that what you guys done there got Spence angry. Bruv. All I'm saying is, the Truth, like, mate, he's on the next level. He's on a next level. When I say next level, I mean, look, I'm looking forward to watching him and Bud, Terence Crawford. But at this present time now, it's just like, mate, you can't touch Spence. Just look what he done yesterday. I knew deep down he was going to beat you guys. I thought he was going to go, on points 12 round here, but I mean, look, I hope you guys as well, because obviously the doctor saved him because his eye was going.
Yeah.
So Spence, man, like he done a great job. He done. Now I understand why they used to call him the body snatcher as well. He went for the body. He was breaking him down, round by round. You said it as well, round by round. He's breaking him down. You guys, he pretty much lost every round. I think he probably won about 1 or 2 rounds. Eventually, if the ref didn't stop it, his team would have threw in the towel.
Yeah, because obviously before the fight, I predicted that Spence would do it between 7 to 9 rounds. Obviously, I was wrong with the prediction. He obviously done it in 10, but potentially it could have ended that in the 9th round anyway. So obviously I made a little wager. I didn't come through, but I was sort of proud of myself that I was just off by 1 round, and it wasn't really that it could have ended around ninth round as well. But cause I agree with you in terms of Errol Spence, the truth, the original body snatcher. Cause this guy is the original body snatcher. When I say that, when he's in the inside, he's going for the body shots. He's going for the body shots. And cause if you notice as well, after he's doing the little body shots, he's catching the angles of the uppercuts as well. Catching it, boom,
Yes,
bam,
yes.
bam.
Bruv,
Like
those uppercuts were on point. Listen, the uppercuts were on point. I don't know. If you guys watches this fight, yeah,
hmm.
and if he had the opportunity to rematch Errol Spence, do you think he can change his tactics, or do you think he'll still do the same thing and rely on that right hand? Because I know he's got power on his right hand, but
Yeah,
I felt that he got bullied every round.
yeah. Cause I think honestly, with Errol Spence, yeah, and this is just by what I see, guys are not gonna want to rematch Errol Spence, man. You saw, like, look, big up Ugas as well. Obviously, he's a Cuban warrior. He's an honest warrior. He obviously gave it his all. He was respectful at the end, during the press conference, during the post interview. Said, "Look, congratulations," and he obviously admitted as well that when Spence's gum shield came off in that round, that he tried to take advantage of it. Of course, like
Oh, okay.
you're worrying that situation. That's why I respect him for admitting that. A lot of people wouldn't
Okay.
admit that they
Right.
would try to take advantage in that situation, and he obviously admitted he try to take advantage. But you can see why he's trying to do that because
He
of the
knew.
damage that he
Yeah.
was receiving from Spence.
Yes.
Like guys don't realize that this guy is breaking you down like a surgeon in the ring. Like he's just breaking you down slowly, slowly with them body shots. Them body shots, you can just hear it. Tush, push, push. Seeing angles, wham, uppercuts, and then boom. And it was just very um he doesn't throw much punches. Obviously at the beginning, Spencer was obviously saying he was getting obviously a bit too excited and
Yeah.
like he was, he's in Dallas, Texas, is
Yeah.
going with the
Hometown.
flow,
Yeah.
hometown and all of that, man. But once he started to calm down and he started picking his shots, cause it was
Clean.
I felt sorry for Ugas, man. I'm not gonna lie, man. Honestly, cause like I felt for him. I was just like, yo, this guy's getting beaten up, cuz like you saw how he looked after the fight, cuz you saw he's
Oh
like
yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Spence.
Boy.
That's why he's the truth for me, and this is why he's my
Straps.
guy, man. Strap season, another
Bro,
man down.
listen.
That's the title of this podcast. Another man down, strap season. But cuz, look, we're going into this big one, cuz man. We're going into this big one, cuz after the press conference, they asked the truth. Who do you want next? What did my guy say?
He wants
Man,
Crawford.
yes.
He wants Bud.
But
He wants Bud.
wants it.
Listen, he wants it. Do you know, I like this. I like this
Trust me.
because that's it. No more excuses. Not that I'm saying,
Trust me.
that's it. No more. And the thing I like about this is that Crawford is a free agent. He's no longer with Top Rank no more.
Yep.
Beautiful. This fight
Perfect.
can happen.
Yep.
This fight, I think, well, depending on the terms of agreement. Forget the terms of agreement, man. The fight is happening.
It's happening,
So,
cuz.
what, September, October?
Yeah, maybe
Bro,
later
we
on in the
will
year.
finally have an undisputed welterweight champion of the world.
It's not happened before, cuz. In the full belt
There you
era.
go.
In the
I
full
know.
belt era, no one's done it.
I
And
know.
let me throw in another sort of curveball
Mm,
for
mm,
certain
mm,
people to understand as well.
mm,
TBE, Mr. Mayweather, as great as he hasn't been undisputed for a welterweight.
mm.
So if Spence goes and does that, mate, he's gonna go down as a legend already. In the full belt era, he'll be the first, or Bud will be the first welterweight undisputed champion.
Funny you say that. Mayweather said that he wants to sign Bud.
Hoo-hoo, Sven.
Yeah, yeah. So he's been
Man,
wanting to sign for a long time, but again, this could just all be talks. But I just want to see. I just want to see. I just want to see the fight. I'm a fan. And do you know what's funny?
where would you have the fight? Sorry, cuz where would you do it?
Vegas.
Oh, Vegas thing, yeah.
Yeah, Vegas.
Mm,
I mean, I
what?
know Spence might want it at Dallas. I don't know. I just say just have it at Vegas, man.
Yeah. Of course, man.
Vegas or
Madison Square Garden
Red Garden. Yeah,
has
yeah,
to
yeah.
be, man. That's
Yeah.
just that's just the pinnacle for me, man. For
There you go.
boxing, for
There you go.
WWE, Madison Square
And
Garden.
I think, right, all the top welterweight, all the people ranked number 5 in the welterweight division, yeah, they should all go to that fight. I'm talking about the likes of Conor, Benn,
Yeah,
all of them. They
yeah,
should watch that fight because you'll be
yeah,
learning from that, yeah.
yeah.
Because
That's
potentially could be you guys next. Do you know what I mean?
yeah. Because for
So,
me, that's a mega fight, man. We think about in our era. We saw obviously Pacquiao. We saw Mayweather. That was a super fight. Cuz Spence Jr., The Truth versus Bud Crawford. That's a mega fight, cuz. That is a mega fight right there, man. So, boy. All right, man. You know what? Let's get into the big one, cuz, man. Let's get into the big one, cuz obviously we haven't got much left in the show, but we need to talk about the big fight, cuz. But before we sort of get into the big fight, obviously
yeah.
we'll just want to quickly run through this comment. Big up RL, obviously saying either the Garden or MGM Grand. I'm guessing he's talking about for the mega fight between Spence and Crawford. Bro, 100% agree. Massive love for obviously tuning in to the show, of course. But cuz, I'm gonna let you have this, man. What's happening next week, man? What is
Listen,
happening next week,
the
cuz?
big one is happening next week. The big one, the biggest British heavyweight clash. Tyson Fury defending his title. Beats Dylan White. Bro, Wembley Arena. It's going to be a madness. It's going to be a madness.
It is gonna be a
Dylan
madness,
is going to
man.
bring maximum violence. Fury, he's going to bring whatever he's going to bring the Fury. Listen, it's going down next
Going
week.
down, cuz it's going down.
Next week.
You know what? Because you said it, man. Like it's gonna be maximum violence, cuz, man. You obviously know it's gonna be crazy. So it's only right, man. It's only right.
Maximum violence
Okay, you hear it, yeah? Dylan's
Listen,
gonna come through this heat. Not gonna lie.
I'm telling. Listen,
Maximum violence, man.
all jokes aside, a lot of people, I get it. Fury's number one. He's the best in the world, yeah. At the moment, yeah, he's number one. Don't get me wrong. What he's been through and what he's achieved, he's number one. Got to give it to him. Dylan White, he's been waiting for a very, very long time. We'll discover that. But this is a big opportunity. Tony Bellew even said Fury cannot fight Dylan how he fought Wilder, but they're two different people.
Yeah.
Dylan can scrap and Fury can scrap. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But listen, the advantage that Fury's got, obviously, you know, he's got a boxing IQ. He's slick. He moves like a cruiserweight. But Dylan, body snatcher. He's going to have to break that body down. He breaks the body down.
Spence done, man, yesterday, man.
There you go.
Break down the
And
body,
he's got
man.
to be smart. I mean, Dylan's been quiet for a minute. I know he's been training hard. So, like I said, I'm sitting on the fence. I'm not. A lot of people are writing off Dylan. A lot of people are writing off Dylan. But you know what? Listen, there's a saying. Be careful for those. They always say, yeah, the one who's quiet, yeah, be very, very careful. You don't know what they've got in their sleeve. You know. So, all I'm saying is that look, on a positive note, may the best man win. And yeah, man, I can't wait. I'm a fan. Literally, mate. Next week, I'm watching that fight in my yard, of course. I am switching off. I don't want any distraction. Did you see that? No, I'm switching off.
Trust me.
Next week, who knows? It can go either way. It could. Someone can be a winner. Dylan can become the new champion, or it could be a draw. Who knows?
Who knows, man?
You know?
Who knows, man? Obviously, big up RL again. He's obviously saying, he's got Fury with the W, but White's silence is crazy. Not gonna lie, big up as well. Obviously, we agree. Look, silence is the worst thing. And you saw how Fury and Frank Warren reacted towards the silence, man. They didn't like it. Like, why is he not in the press conference? Like, you should
Bro,
be here.
I'm
Like,
not gonna lie. I can't wait for the face-off. I'm
oh,
getting goosebumps already.
cuz it's gonna be,
Can't wait for this face-off.
it's
This
gonna be
face-off,
massive. It's
it's
gonna be
gonna be mad.
massive, man.
Listen, this face-off is
Mad.
going to be mad. I can see
Oh,
both man, yeah, face to face. I can imagine Dylan going into Fury's face.
trust
And
me,
I can imagine Fury saying, you dusty, you big bum, blah, blah, blah. But listen, this is gonna be mad.
bro. Because it's frustration. Like, that's why I feel for Dylan, man. Because he's gonna take out all his frustration
Listen,
out on him, bro. It's gonna be mad.
both men are both
Be mad.
hungry, but one's more hungry.
Trust
So
me.
listen, next week, boy, we're gonna be talking on this pod. We're gonna
Yeah,
be
man.
talking.
Tune in,
And
guys.
like
Tune
I
in.
said,
Obviously,
I
RL
said,
once again. Big up for your comments and for obviously viewing the show with us. The press conference snub. Obviously, it did
yeah, of
affect
course it
Fury.
did,
Of course, it did. Of
of course
course,
it
it
did,
did.
of course it did.
Of
Because
course,
like, look, all due respect here, it's just like I'm not gonna lie, like the marketing for the fight has been kind of crap. Like I wanted to
there's
see
one
more,
person. There's
you
one
know.
person doing it, man.
Yeah, and undercard. Wow, yeah, I ain't gonna get into that, but yeah. So all
That's
I'm
a
saying,
whole different topic for another day, man.
the
But
main
look,
event,
cause
I'm telling you, man.
I'm not gonna lie.
Hmm.
This is why I love doing what we do, man. Because boxing, each month there's a big event. There's constant events. Like, so in terms of material, guys, there's gonna be content that's gonna be continuous throughout the year. Like, don't even worry about that. Like, obviously, Mr. Sports Entertainment's gonna bring his energy. Myself, yours truly, Trey, we're gonna do this because we're obviously coming up to the end of the show, man. But
Yeah.
what you saying, man? How you gonna end this, man? Right
Listen,
now, the way you got the glasses, man, you're looking like Ric Flair right now,
I'm not
man.
gonna lie,
Wheeling,
people.
dealing,
I'm not gonna
limousine
lie.
riding, jet flying.
I'm gassed. I am literally gassed. I'm a big boxing fan. For those who
Trust
know
me,
me, I'm a big boxing fan. I
trust
love
me,
boxing. I
trust me.
talk about boxing every day, bro. I watch boxing every day on YouTube. Listen, tune in next week. Yeah, history could be made. Regardless, tune in next week. And remember, we are Touch Gloves Boxing. We do this every Sunday, 7:30. I go by the name of Biyenge. Follow me on Instagram, Biyenge. Featuring yours truly, Trey, my cousin. Remember to
Yeah,
like, share, and subscribe. And remember, next week, maximum violence. And we're out.
maximum violence for out. Big